Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. My name is Parkhopper John. I come to you from WDW Parkhoppers. Joining me, as always, is the lovable, the huggable. I just can't get enough of him. He is the light of my life, the wind beneath my wings. He is. All right. Okay. It's Tony Casanova from Disney by the Numbers, everybody.
I think your wife is the wing beneath your wings, not me.
He is.
I'm just saying.
Sarah is the love of my life. That is true. But you're my online wife, so I have to give you some love. So,
all right.
So we have a great show. Obviously, I'm in a different place. The Serene Media Studios have moved. We're local, ladies and gentlemen. I can look right out my window in my office, and I can see the Magic Kingdom. I can see it. I can see
the airport. I could see all of you people coming and going and on the Magical Express every day.
So just know that when you fly home, that Tony's standing by his window waving.
Yep. Or if you're on the Magical Express onto 417, I'm waving. Hey. All right. Thanks for coming. Oh, gosh. All right, John. Want to kick it off?
Yeah. I'm sorry. We were just doing too many things today, trying to multitask. Hey, let me tell you about the sponsor for today's show. It's our good friends over at VIP Concierges. You know, there's no better way to experience any of the theme parks here in Orlando, like Walt Disney World or SeaWorld or maybe even Universal. And now Disneyland over in California. There's no better way than to have a VIP Concierges tour. And Ramon and his crew over there at VIP Concierges are the best at what they do. And they've got services you can choose from. You can have a 4-hour personal VIP service. You can have a full day. You can do whatever you want to do. If you want to do something really cool, contact Ramon and his team. If you have any questions, comments, if you have anything you want to find out, Ramon and his team are there to take care of you. Email him at ramon@themeparkconcierges.com, or you can call them direct at 407-257-9973. You can visit their website, which is themeparkconcierges.com. And you can find them over on Facebook at facebook.com/Ramon VIP Concierge. Now, what they've done for listeners to the Disney Parks Podcast is if you contact them and you book a half or a full day with VIP Concierges and tell them Disney Parks Podcast sent you, you're going to get 10% off of whatever service you choose. And you can't beat that. So make sure you contact our friends at VIP Concierges today.
Yep. Very good people. Actually, they're over in Disneyland. I think they're doing some Disneyland tours this week. So
jealous.
Yeah, me too. Hey, we had a Disney Parks meetup this past weekend, Saturday, and it was our fireworks cruise. And I think we all had a lot of fun. Everybody is telling me, oh, we have to do that again. That was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. We're going to have to get a bigger boat.
The only bigger boat I know is a ferry boat. Because that's the biggest boat they got, I think, right? I think you said?
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I think so.
We had a great time. We first, they take you out, they give you a little tour of Bay Lake, which is nice. It's nighttime, so you don't get to see a lot, but they have a little spotlight they can shine on things, the Shoe Tree and Discovery Island, things like that. We learned some new things, like Walt was planning to build a place on the little island near the Contemporary. So I never knew that. I thought that was a fun, interesting fact.
Yeah.
And
cool.
one of the favorite things, besides seeing the fireworks, was we were very close to the water pageant and just kind of stood there for like maybe 10 minutes or so, just listening and watching the water pageant, which I thought was killer.
Yeah, we had such a great captain. Dominique.
Yeah, Dominique.
Was amazing. And Sarah and I were, like I said, we were kind of tired, and we had the back of the boat. And so they had laid down the thing. So we were actually like laying down, just looking at the stars, just enjoying the ride. And all of a sudden we parked, getting ready for the water parade to start. And we both sat up, and it was like right there. And I was like, holy cats, let me videotape that.
Yeah.
It was awesome. We had such a great night.
Yeah. And she did a really good job on positioning us in a good place. Right in front of the castle. It was a perfect spot, and she really did a great job, and we had a lot of fun. Brian and Holly, were first time podcast meetup people, so it was nice to meet new friends.
Yeah, and he had no idea. Did you know that?
What?
He had no idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she said we're going to go down and look at the water, some such nonsense, and just hang out.
Right.
And then I think when you went over and introduced yourself, he put two and two together, and it was like, oh, hey, are we going on that cruise? She said, yeah, we're going on the cruise. So that was cool. It was so much fun. They were good folks too.
Yeah. And we'll have to do it again, because if you think about it, to do the cruise yourself, obviously, is expensive. You're going to pay for the whole thing by yourself. But you're really only buying a fraction share of the cruise, which I thought was kind of fun for people, because they didn't have to worry about shelling out the entire thing. They were just only paying for a small portion of it. So it was a good way if you ever want to do it. I think we're going to have to make it a yearly thing, because I think it'll be a lot of fun to do. The other thing, too, is they give you free snacks, some chips and Cheez-Its and Doritos and Mickey Mouse Rice Krispie treats, plus some soda and water, all part of the package. So the only bad part about the whole thing is they don't take, if you plan on doing this with your family, they don't take any discounts at all.
No.
Which, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Duh. And the other thing I was asking the woman when I was checking is they don't do it on Hallowishes or 4th of July or New Year's Eve. They don't do it on any of the holidays. If they do it on the holidays, it is $500 for the boat. Ludicrous. All right, so that was this past Saturday. We had a lot of fun, and thanks everybody for coming out and doing that. October 28th, we have yet another big event. This is dinner with Disney master artist Kevin John. He is responsible for things like Figment and Flowers. He's responsible for the Hatbox Ghost. He's responsible for Tower of Terror, a guy, by the elevator. So if you want to have dinner with Kevin John for, I think it's like an hour and a half or something like that, at Kona Cafe at the Disney's Polynesian Resort, go check us out on Facebook /Disney Parks Podcast. Go click on the events, and you will see a link to our ticketing site. It will be $40. We hope that he can stick around, but our plans after dinner is to grab a Dole Whip and then head out and see Hallowishes on the beach. So that'll be October 28th.
Right. That $40 does not include dinner. The $40 is just the fee privilege for the artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a privilege to sit down with Kevin. We're planning on November and December. Once I get the details of that wrapped up, we'll post them and tell you here on the show as well. Last but not least, we want to remind you, Disney by the Numbers T-shirt club. If you want, please go to disneybythenumbers.com. And on the left-hand side, there's a T-shirt sign-up club. Sign up there, and we don't give, obviously. We have a club. You get a shirt each month. They are $13 for regulars and $16 for extended sizes. We put out the shirt around the 1st. You order it by the 10th. It's delivered by then the end of that month. And once that is done, You never see the shirt again unless we have time to redo some things. I was talking to our designer's wife. I was saying we should have like a 1 hour sale, like once a month. Put up a shirt, one of the old shirts, have it on sale for an hour. If you find it and you can click on it and you can buy it, you can get it. And that'll be something fun to do, right?
Peekaboo, here's a shirt. Goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. It's here. You got 60 minutes. Maybe we'll go 2 hours. I know our friend Emily over at We've Got Ears only opens her store for 2 hours on Sunday now because her demand has gone off the Richter scale.
Scalability, my friends. Scalability.
Yeah. So she can't even take all the orders. So she's closed her ordering window down to 2 hours on a Sunday. And we did give people custom ears from Emily at We've Got Ears. Please go to we'vegotears.com. She's got a great little Etsy store with some great ears. Our friend Linda will attest to that. So she does some custom ears for this fireworks cruise that we gave to Holly. And it's Holly with an I. All right, I think that's it.
All right, my friend. No, I got nothing. I think it's time for us to get into the news. One of these days, we're going to get that in sync.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
Hey, the Disney Friends and Villains are going to host the Disney Halloween Time at Hong Kong Disneyland from day to night. It's almost time for a Halloween party with Mickey and friends at the Hong Kong Disneyland, and their brand new Halloween costumes are ready, and they are looking forward to putting on their all-new splendid garb for the Mickey and Friends costume party and Mickey's Halloween Time cavalcade. And they are excited to have fun with guests during the day. But the Disney villains, we've learned, you okay there, pal?
Yes.
But the Disney, just want to make sure, the Disney villains we've learned to fear from in classic Disney stories are crashing the party at dusk. They will take over fantasy gardens and hauntingly beckon the courageous to come close for photos. The Double the Fun special offer Hong Kong residents entitles guests to 2 park visits for $599 on any 2 days during the designated period between September to December, making it possible for guests to get the full Disney Halloween Time experience as well as experience the Christmas magic, completing the festive year-end season. And I thought our prices were high.
Yeah, exactly.
Mickey and Friends, Mickey and Minnie in their new Halloween outfits, in a pumpkin hue and accentuated with a touch of apple green, will lead the party with their Disney buddies. The same color theme is carried through in the costumes of Donald and Daisy, Goofy and Pluto, and Chip and Dale. Duffy and Shelley May perfectly match in their pumpkin tone tops and hats, and their newest friend, Gelatoni. I wish I could read today. Gelatoni, the cat artist, will make his Halloween Time debut at the Mickey and Friends costume party right in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle, and then join in the all-new Mickey's Halloween Time cavalcade on Main Street, USA. Wicked Disney baddies want to make their ominous presence felt during Disney Halloween Time. They'll take over the Fantasy Gardens and turn it into Villain Gardens to get up close and personal with daring guests with their very own character meet and greet. The evil Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians will strike a frightful pose in her statement fur. The Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland may shout offer their heads to those who come close for a photo. Captain Hook from Peter Pan, Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas inspire fear and onlookers, and the big bad wolf from the Three Little Pigs may huff and puff to blow out the garden. Since when does the Big Bad Wolf come out? Is that popular in Hong Kong?
I don't know. It would be popular here, but I don't know if it would be there. Yeah.
The daytime fun will end as Disney villains come out in force to play after the sun goes down. They will appear in Fantasyland, Adventureland, and Main Street USA. The Evil Queen and Jafar will lead the nighttime spectacular Villains Night Out. Will scowl from a great hike on all who dare to look. The short-tempered Queen of Hearts, Captain Hook, and Jack from The Nightmare Before Christmas are also joining the Devilish Procession lineup. Meanwhile, Maleficent will appear on the walls of Sleeping Beauty Castle and morph into a ferocious dragon. A nighttime experiment that's not easily forgotten. The pavilion has been commandeered for the nighttime experiment, a mind-bending dreamscape journey through a laboratory, tunnel, and labyrinth that leads to the dark realm from The Princess and the Frog, a jail in Pirates of the Caribbean, an encounter with mutant toys from Toy Story, and the Mad Hatter's Lunatic Asylum in Alice in Wonderland. Ominously, there is only the professor to guide dreamers out of the nightmare. So it sounds like I got a really cool haunted house thing going on over there.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
So jealous.
Yeah. We really need, the Hong Kong press site really doesn't put out a lot of video content, which they did, because I would certainly grab some of this video and post it. Maybe they will of this once they get it going later in the month. So I don't know. I'd like to see video of it, or some of it. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like a blast. I would totally dig that. That would be great.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't get, I don't know who I was talking about this with recently, the Disneyland being a park versus Disney World being the destination, and the various, things that they get that we don't get. Obviously we get some things that they don't get. But I don't know. It sounds like theirs is more of a park in Hong Kong than it is a destination, maybe, because they get to do some of these cool things that we don't see. Right. And even Tokyo is the same way. They do some really. I think the people that are running the Tokyo Park, the Oriental Land Company, just don't care about money. They don't mind spending it because they know they can get it back with attendance.
Right. And I think that's one of the things that we struggle with the most. Yeah. Every decision that we make here is predicated on, what's it going to cost? What's our ROI? And I think sometimes they forget that they're in the entertainment business and it should be about having fun. Yeah, make money, but at the same time, give us something different. I love Christmas and Halloween at Disney, but it's kind of the same old every year. Right.
Yeah, I think both of those things are due for a change. I think the Halloween party and the Christmas party are due for a little bit of a change. They're changing some things up. They added the I can't think of them. The Halloween girls, the movie Hocus Pocus. They had the Hocus Pocus entertainment. But I think they can change up some elements of the parade, even some of the smaller things that they do in some of the lands can be changed up.
I agree.
I don't know. That's just, maybe that's us because we live here and we go so often. Right. We don't miss it as much, but I guess if you only come every other year or, twice a year or whatever it is, or you may miss it a little bit more.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a downside, but still, I mean, every year it shouldn't be the same. Even the festivals that they do are a little different every year.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, talking about festival, the Festival of Fantasy Parade is getting a lunch package, and this will be replacing the Main Street Electrical Parade package because it's leaving. So the Magic Kingdom will be introducing a dining package for the Disney Festival Fantasy Parade starting on October 10th. The package will replace the one that's offered for the Main Street Electrical Parade. The Main Street Electrical Parade will conclude on October 9th, so rather than canceling the program, they're going to move it over to the afternoon parade. The dinner package will still take place at Tony's Town Square restaurant, and as a price-fixed meal, it's $45 for adult, $17 for kids, plus tax and gratuity, and it is only one dining plan table service credit. So that's really not too bad. Guests are then given a voucher to enter a special viewing area after the lunch. The Disney Festival Parade is usually at 3 p.m. at the Magic Kingdom. It's the 3 o'clock parade. This package can begin to be booking today, September 13th. So if you are interested in doing this, I say do it. I mean, if you're going to have to eat and you're going to want to see a parade, I did this once with a Fast Pass, I think it was, when they had the Fast Pass. And it was like me and like, I don't know, 10 other people in the viewing area. It was crazy. It was nuts. So it was kind of nice.
Yeah, and the opportunity to have, a meal at Tony's. Tony's is a great place to eat lunch or dinner or whatever. It's great. It's got a lot of little nods to the, to the movie Lady and the Tramp. So why wouldn't you? And the food's really good for park food.
Yeah, I agree. Well, if it was me and I was Disney, I'd offer it there, the Plaza. I'd offer it the Skipper Cantina, which I hear is tanking. You don't have to do it at the Beast Castle because that's always overbooked. I would do it at every restaurant. I would even do it at some of the quick service restaurants. Yeah. Pre-order the meal, get a table, and then go see the parade.
Yep.
Perfect. Perfecto. Okay. If you have a Magic Band and you don't like the color of it, well, go to magicyourbands.com and they have skins that you can put on your Magic Band to jazz them up. You can customize them. You can put your name, your anniversary date. You can put pictures of the kids, pictures of the last time you were at Disney World, pictures of the last time you were at Disneyland. So whatever you want, they can customize them. They also have a huge selection of over 100 designs at magicyourbands.com. So go check them out. Put in Disney Parks Podcast at checkout. Receive 10% off your order. Once again, it's magicyourbands.com.
Well, we have a little bit of bad news. I saw this over the weekend, and I could not believe it because, you talk about mainstays in the parks. But Scoop Sanderson, Main Street USA reporter and pin expert character, is going to be discontinued. They did not renew his contract. Magic Kingdom wishes him the best in all of his future endeavors, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But Main Street USA's roving reporter character Scoop Sanderson will no longer be regularly appearing at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. Holland Hayes, who has portrayed the character for as long as anyone we know can remember, revealed on Facebook that his entertainment contract was not renewed and that his last day will be my birthday. Oh, crap. October 8th, 2016. Comments from the actor state that he will substitute when available for vacations and call-outs of other Main Street characters. So he'll still be a part of the family, but he's not going to be doing Scoop anymore. While the character dates back a few decades at the park, Scoop Sanderson was best known as a Disney pin expert during the height of the craze in the early 2000s for the Disney pins. Scoop's afternoon pin talks inside the old Exposition Hall Theater at the Magic Kingdom were attended by literally hundreds of guests daily. The character saw a decline in popularity with decline in pin trading over the years, although still beloved by those in the hobby, and in recent months not even trading pins with guests. As with any entertainment offering for the last few years, fans have started a Save Scoop campaign in hopes of making the park change its mind on the contract. To date, none of the campaigns have ever brought an entertainment act back from cancellation. We're looking right at you. Let's see.
Off Kilter.
Mo Rockin'.
The Beetle people.
Molt, Sweat, and Shears.
Yeah.
No. Once Disney makes
there's a long list of dead bodies in Disney's wake.
There's a long list of broken hearts. So no other citizens of Main Street did not have their contracts renewed this year. Disney has made no public statement on the matter. I used to love meeting Scoop, and a long time ago, he did some really cool things for Parkhoppers, and I just don't understand it. These characters aren't out all day anyway.
Right.
And it's like, well, the crowds are declining and, there's not that much interest. Well, yeah, when you only bring them out for a few hours in the morning and most people aren't necessarily there to see them, yeah, you're going to lose interest. But,
Yeah. You have to read in between the lines of this information too. Where was here? No other citizens of Main Street did not have their contracts renewed this year. So, I don't know. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of this entertainment go bye-bye, unfortunately. And one thing I remember as a kid, when I used to go to the parks, were these characters that used to be out: the fireman, the mayor, the ladies, Scoop. All these things made Main Street the quintessential Main Street.
right.
The fire truck, the omnibus,
the Dapper Dans,
the horse carriage down Main Street. That's what made it all Main Street. If you take it all away, what do you have? You just have a park entrance.
Yeah, exactly. And, you can take away the mayor, you could take away Scoop, you could take away the fireman, you could take away the lovely ladies and all that good stuff. What's going to happen when Disney finally says, okay, we just can't keep the Dapper Dans around anymore? They just don't make sense.
Yeah.
That's different. I mean, it's a little different. But, they'll pull the trigger on that just like they pull the trigger on all this other stuff. So.
Yeah. It's not good.
So anyway, not to go from bad news to this, but if you do love the show, we try really hard to bring you great news and commentary, and we try to do some really fun stuff. But all the things that we do, all the dreams that we have cost some funds, to keep the website running, and we try to leverage every nickel that we can to make sure that we can keep really great content and all that good stuff for you. But if there's one way that you can help support the show, you can go to patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. And that's a great way for you to help keep the show running. You can give as much as $1 a month to as much as you'd like to. And for every dollar amount that you commit to, we have some great rewards. We've got a bunch of really cool freebies that we can give you. And as you increase the dollar amount that you support the show, we've got an increasing rewards package. So go check out patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. Make sure that you sign up, help support the show, and get some really cool things in return. And we would be remiss if we didn't shout out to our current contributors and our great friends, David, Stacy, Willie. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. And, we appreciate you guys being there.
Yep. I must be on food news this week. It's because I have yet another food news story. Holiday brunch is coming to 1900 Park Fair over here at Walt Disney World. The holiday character dining brunch is coming to 1900 Park Fair inside Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. Guests will be able to enjoy the special brunch on select dates during both the Thanksgiving and Christmas seasons. The brunch includes custom-made omelets, carved meat station, Mickey waffles, and other breakfast favorites. The price for the holiday brunch is a mere $37 for adults, $22 for kiddies, 3 to 9. Brunch will be served from 12:45 p.m. to 2:10 p.m. and is being offered November 20th to the 26th and December 18th to January 1st. Reservations are available now. Call 407-WDW-DINE.
Awesome. That's good stuff, man. I know you're talking about food, but, come on. 1900 Park Fair is a great place. I
went there for their regular, normal buffet dinner thing, and the price they charge for an adult is off the hook. I thought it was like the most expensive brunch or buffet character thing I've ever done in my entire life. I get the Mickey thing. I don't know. It just didn't seem like the value was there for that. But $37 for brunch, I think, is pretty good. It may be a little bit steep for breakfast, but they are throwing in some characters. So,
and the characters, from what I remember, are like, Alice in Wonderland.
Well, with Cinderella, for the regular character thing. It's Cinderella, Prince Charming, and the stepsisters. So maybe they change it up for
So we had Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Mad Hatter, and I want to say we had like Winnie the Pooh.
The rabbit
could be
black hair.
No, I could be wrong, but I know we had Alice. I don't know who else we had.
We should go over to the Grand Floridian though and try this thing at night, that tea party thing at night.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's go. Now that I live here.
All right, it's free, but they're charging for the cupcakes and the drinks, but it's free. I like when they say it's free, but the cupcakes and the drinks are extra. So what part is free? It's not. It's outside. It's by the boat area.
Yeah,
the fireworks are free. Oh, that's what it is.
Fireworks are free. You get to hear and see the fireworks and get attacked by mosquitoes. That's what you get, or midges.
Zika.
Zika
bug.
The mosquitoes are free, but the Zika costs extra. Hey, everybody who's a big fan of Jasmine, and really, if you're a Disney fan, who's not? A new costume is about to debut here at the Magic Kingdom. It seems that Jasmine has got a new costume this past weekend at Walt Disney World. If you've seen over on the Disboards, they're discussing their new look, which was seen for the very first time Friday at the very first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party of the season. Instead of her normal bikini-style top with wide leg pants, Jasmine is now wearing a more dress-style outfit. The bodice does not leave any skin exposed, and the bottom consists of pants with a sheer skirt over them. It's reminiscent of her old costume, but definitely has a different feel to it. Reviews on the thread are mostly negative, questioning why the change has taken place. Posters also think it's too far removed from what Jasmine wears in the film, and are suggesting Disney wanted to keep the princess from showing too much skin due to complaints. Who was complaining? Many posters are also commenting on what appears to be a new wig as well. If you go and find some photos, apparently now she has bangs, which is a big deal, apparently.
Right.
So, go check it out. Let us know what you think about the change. Does it bother you? Or are you cool with that? Does it really matter? I mean, they changed outfits to several characters recently.
Yeah, but this is what I heard. I heard an adult male guest got, how should we say this? A little too frisky and hands-on with Jasmine, shall we say? And that was the spark that made this costume change. They said, well, maybe we are showing a little bit too much skin and we need to cover that up because apparently it's not for the good. But isn't that what Aladdin is there for with his knife?
All it takes is one pervert to screw it up for the rest of us.
That's right. That's all it does. So
that's sad.
Yeah. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. I would probably believe that. I could definitely see, some drunken adult male, getting too handsy.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
Yeah. All right, it's trivia time. Yep. Gather round, kiddies. It's trivia time. We need some trivia music, I think.
Trivia. It's trivia time. It's trivia time with Tony. Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with last week's question. Last week's question was, what was the first theme park to open outside the USA? Now, I got a lot of email about what the real answer was, but the answer we were looking for was Tokyo. That was the answer we were looking for.
What were some of the other answers you got?
I got answers like it's a trick question, and it's like Paris because Tokyo is run by the Oriental Land Company, things like that. The answer we were looking for was Tokyo.
There you go.
Because Disney is still a 53% share owner in Tokyo. So that makes them the majority owner. All right, this week's question is a interesting one, I think. Now, let's talk about the prize first. The prize we are giving away this week is not our normal thing that we've been putting in the mail to you. This week, we are giving away a copy of diningatdisney.com Epcot International Food and Wine Festival 2016 Dining Guide. This was graciously donated to us from the people at Dining at Disney, Kristen, who is donating this book. So for this week, we need just an email to disneyparkspodcast@gmail.com. And the question is this: putting Mickey Mouse on their toy train saved what toy company from going bankrupt? Okay, so what toy company put Mickey Mouse on their toy train and saved that company from going bankrupt? That's the question.
Toys R Us.
Yes. It wasn't Jeffrey the Giraffe. Send that answer to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. Just put trivia in the subject line so we know that when we go hunting for all these things, we can go hunting for that. Send us that answer, and we'll send you something. Last week's winner was Amy Hull. Amy, we're going to put something in the mail to you. We'll send you an email, and then send us your mailing address, and we'll put something nice in the mail to you. Okay, Disney recently got their balloons out again. They're putting these balloons through the paces lately. They were seen over at the Disney.
I saw them a couple weeks ago.
Oh, where did you see them?
Tony?
Hello? Yeah. Where did you see them, John?
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw them over at Coronado Springs.
Coronado Springs, really? Were they at Coronado, or were they somewhere else? Maybe that they were testing the height or something.
I saw them. It's a long story, but I saw them, and they were either at Coronado Springs or they were across the street.
Okay.
That area of land. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So these hype balloons were spotted over at Disney's Caribbean Beach, and we spoke about possibly them putting a DVC at Caribbean Beach. Now, Disney doesn't normally, put out hype balloons unless they're starting to get serious about something. So this must now be going into hey, let's really do a feasibility test and see what this would look like. My guess is, a lot of the buildings at Caribbean Beach are only 1 or 2 stories. And I think that's not enough for a DVC. So they want to put in like a little bit taller building, maybe a 10, 12-story building. So what would that look like if they would put a large building there? So the height test balloons were over at Caribbean Beach. And, I think this is going to happen. If they're starting to take out height balloons at Caribbean Beach, I think we're going to see a DVC there soon. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes and where it takes us.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see what they do.
Yeah. The other thing too, I didn't put in the news because it's really I'll just tell you right now. They came up with the official name of the new DVC at the Wilderness Lodge. The new DVC name will be Boulder Creek Villas at Wilderness Lodge. The other DVC will become the Copper Creek Villas at the Disney's Wilderness Lodge. And then we'll have Disney's Wilderness Lodge. So if you can remember all that, good luck. So what do you think of the Boulder Creek and the Copper Creek?
I just think it's confusing.
Yes.
I think it's one of the most confusing things. But Disney and their nomenclature and their naming of all things, it's just crazy.
I think they have to do it for legal reasons because they're 2 different contracts with DVC. I think it's the only reason.
I agree. I agree.
Yep. Okay, hey, if you're coming to Orlando and you're looking for a scooter stroller, or wheelchair, contact our friends at Diz Wheels. They have a one-day scooter for $20. I did some research today. I checked on 2 other places, Buena Vista, and I think the other one was Apple Scooters, and both of them do not offer one-day scooters. So they offer a one-day scooter for $20, which is a steal. They offer free delivery and free pickup. Contact them at www.dizwheels.com, or you can call them at 407-501-6883 to book your scooter, stroller, or wheelchair. Contact them, Dizwheels at dizwheels.com.
Well, we have an opening date set for the Magic Kingdom's The Muppets Present Great Moments in American History. Ever since they announced that this Muppet experience was going to be debuted, everybody was very excited about when it was going to be, when it was going to start. Lots of questions about the show at Lindum. And now we have some updated information. While it's not yet been released to the public by Disney, apparently some internal documents state that the show will debut on October 2nd, 2016. Since it's not yet been announced, this date is officially considered a rumor. And much like the Rivers of Light, it may be delayed. But that is the latest target date that we have for the Muppets coming to Liberty Square. That's the latest rumor that we've got on that.
Yep.
Rumor that they're thinking that the Rivers of Light are going to start up here pretty soon too. So, hey, crazier things have happened.
Yeah, it's true. Right?
You never know. I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But it'd be cool. I'm looking forward. I think that the Muppets could be a great part, a great asset to the Magic Kingdom. I'm curious as to why they're not doing something like this at, I don't know, Hollywood Studios, where they kind of need a little something over there. But hey, you know what?
Right.
Good on you guys. Thanks for bringing it to the Magic Kingdom. I'm down with it.
Exactly. All right. I just wanted to mention this short thing because it kind of perked my interest, and I wasn't sure what they were doing. But work is taking place on the showcases of the Main Street confectionery store. So when you walked into the store, they had the big showcases in the back where you would order your little goodie and they would take it out, then you would pay for it. Well, that's all boarded up, and they're selling those things, but they're all wrapped now. They're dispersed throughout the store. They're all it's still the same thing, but they're all wrapped in cellophane now. So you can still get those treats. You just have to look for them in the store. But I was thinking, what could they possibly be doing to those showcases unless they were broken? Maybe they weren't holding air conditioning to keep the stuff cool. I don't know. But they're talking that these things would be down for like 6 to 8 weeks. So I want to see what they're going to put there now.
Okay. And Tony's going to be very excited by this because I know he's a Levi's kind of guy. The Levi's store is now open at Town Center in Disney Springs. Disney Springs is gearing up to the approach of fall. The property is welcoming its newest tenant, Town Center. Levi's, now open near Amorette's Patisserie. Levi's offers the very best in denim and premium fabric for the entire family. I feel like I'm doing a Levi's ad.
Right.
The new store features a tailor shop exclusive to just a handful of Levi's locations, with the very first here in Florida, offering Disney Springs guests custom services such as embroidery, tailoring, hemming, and repairs. Levi Strauss & Company is widely considered the pioneer of the blue jeans, with a storied history that dates back to 1873. And the decor of the new store gives a nod to the brand's Northern California roots. So this has got to be door to the world of Disney, because that's where the pastry shop is.
Yeah.
And in the same courtyard as the poutine store.
Yeah, it's got to be in that area. I haven't been over in that little corner of the world in a couple months, so I'm not sure. I usually don't even get out of Town Square, but I don't get out of like Art Smith or the Frontera Cucina. That's as far as I've been lately.
Right.
So I have to go take a looky-loo.
All right. Yeah.
See what's going on over there. Hey, if you've been to Disney World lately, you know there's a lot of construction going on the roadways. I've renamed it Walt Disney Construction World because it seems like they're always doing something. And now they're taking the construction show out to World Drive. So if you don't want to see the construction in the park, just drive up and down World Drive. You'll see plenty of construction. So here's what's going on. To accommodate some upcoming road work, overnight construction will occur in phases over a couple locations along World Drive. So for your safety and the safety of those working on the project, those who will be driving around the area are encouraged to follow all signage and directions and take extra precaution. All right, on South World Drive, this is near Disney's Hollywood Studio, through early September, the right lane of the northbound World Drive will be closed between Osceola Parkway and just before Buena Vista Drive intersection. Through mid-September, southbound World Drive will be reduced to 2 lanes between Osceola Parkway and just before the Buena Vista Drive intersection. Additional phases will begin over the next several weeks, and details of the impact will be shared at a later date. Now, on North World Drive near Disney's Contemporary Resort, it's this past Sunday, through Tuesday, August 28th to the 30th, from 10:30 to 6 a.m., World Drive will be closed to traffic between the entry of Disney's Resort and Seven Seas Drive. During the closure, drivers will be detoured on Seven Seas Drive and Floridian Way. Now, this already happened Wednesday through August 31st to September 2nd. World Drive was closed again. But I also noticed the other day, Saturday, that World Drive is going to be closed again on several dates in September towards the end of the month. I think it was like the 18th, 20th, 23rd. Again, going down towards Disney's Contemporary Resort. I have a feeling it is because they are putting the cabins in for the Wilderness Lodge, and they're taking them down World Drive and onto where they're going to put them along the property. I think they're pre-built. I think they're just putting these cabins in. I think they need to close World Drive in order to do that. There's also then some construction going on by the bus area too. So there may be a combination of those two things. That's why they're going to be closing World Drive. Also on some nights, there's also Hollow Wishes, and that could be the third reason they're also closing World Drive. So there's many, many things going on down that way.
Yeah, and there's a lot of construction happening on the ancillary areas. Like there's construction on Osceola near the near World Drive, right by ESPN's Wild World Sports.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a lot of construction going on there too.
Yeah.
It's just that time of the decade, I guess, we're dealing with construction.
Yeah. The joke that I had is, Avatar must be opening up, so they're going to make more lanes to go into the Animal Kingdom because of the mass exodus of people trying to.
Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
That'll never happen.
I have the joke. I'm just not going to say it. It does entail Universal and people trying to go one place to the other, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I saw James Cameron on the Jimmy Fallon show. I think it was last week. Mr. Cameron, apparently he's got nothing to do because he created an Avatar show with Cirque du Soleil.
Well, it's crazy.
I can't even say it's a joke. It's real. It's real. He actually created a show.
He's developed a show. When was the last time one movie came out and there was this much stuff happening based on one movie? And now it went from we're going to have a sequel to now it's going to be 2 sequels to
4. I heard it's up to 4
now. Now we're going to have 4. That's a great idea, buddy. Film one. Let's see how that one does.
Yeah.
And go on.
Yeah.
Because,
I mean, what makes you think they're going to be that great? I didn't like the first one. I don't know what makes you think I'm going to like 4 more.
well, yeah, that's the downside of an established franchise. When you're dealing with like a Harry Potter, 8 solid hit movies.
Yeah.
That's a franchise. Star Wars, that's a franchise.
Right. Okay, I'm going to let you in on a rumor / secret I heard this weekend. I was at the Wave, and I was at the lounge there, and the bartender was talking to a cast member who was just having a drink at the time. And he said, "Hey, where do you work, man?" He says, "I work over at the Animal Kingdom." And the bartender says to him, "Oh, great. When are we going to see Avatar Land?" He goes, "Oh, that'll be open Memorial Day of 2017. I said to myself, "Wow, all right. I hope so, pal." We've only been waiting like 6 years. I don't know if we can wait any longer. So that's the that's the rumor. You can say you heard it here first on the Disney Parks podcast that Avatar Land will be opening on Memorial Day of 2017, and we'll see what happens. Place your bets if you want.
Just like the Rivers of Light, you never know when it's open. It's just when it's be like poof, it's open. Hey,
I'm going to take the over in 6 months, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'll take that bet.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Do we have anything else, John?
No, I don't think so. You've got on here the dining thing, but I don't know.
We'll do that in the next one.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think we're good. Good show.
All right, that's it, kids. Let's put a little fork in this or a little pin in this and come back to this next week. That is the Disney Parks podcast for this week. We thank you for taking the time to listen. Please, if you get a chance, share the show with your friends, your neighbor. Maybe trap a couple of your friends in the car and make them listen on the way to work. That'd be fun. Tell them to sign up. And if you want to tweet us, it's at Disney Parks, Disney Podcaster. And if you want to visit us at www.disneyparkspodcast.com. We have show notes and links and treats and events and things and pictures and videos. We got all that stuff over there. And if you want, catch us on Facebook at facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. And as we like to say around here, we'll see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a boat out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. One you wish upon a star.